starting lineup for your Saints. Batting first, playing center field, number 1, Amanda Sanchez. Batting second, and playing shortstop, Liz Rodriguez. Batting third, and playing first base, number 7, Taylor Nagy. Batting fourth, and playing third base, number 33, Amanda Guerra. Batting fifth, and playing left field, number 10, Victoria Valderas. Batting sixth, and catching, number 5, Brooke Vasquez. Batting seventh and pitching, number 13, Lauren Garza. Batting eighth, the DP, number 23, Alexis Macias. Batting ninth, right fielder, number 20, Brittany Martinez. And playing second base, number 21, Lauren Guerra. The head coach, James Kling, assisted by Nicole Sardalich, athletic trainer Corey Beechner.
And welcome to the OLLU Softball Field for opening the conference opener between your OLLU Saints and the Bulldogs of Jarvis Christian out of Hawkins, Texas. Lauren Garza on the mound for the Saints. Start things up here this season, or this conference season. Leading things up is Cynthia Velasquez. First pitch to her. And therefore strike, 0-1 the count.
Hey, that's the idea. Lay it down now. Here we go.
Windy day out here.
Good eye.
Going to be sent off foul.
Play now. Here we go.
The count now 1-2.
Hey, be tough, kid. Be tough now. Here we go. Be tough. There you go.
And that one's going to be a grounder on the third. Up with it and not in time, so a runner at first now.
Runner on first, no outs. Taylor Leslie now back.
Let's go, 2.
As Taylor Leslie coming up to the plate now for Jarvis Christian. 1 on, nobody out here.
Let's go, 2.
It's in there for a strike.
Here's your pitch, kid.
The count 0-1 here.
Come on, 2.
Up high, pitch back over to and the pitch out there.
We are not done.
That's popped up high and out of play.
You're on it.
Count stays 1-2. Garza
Same pitch.
on the mound
Here
for
we
the
go.
Saints. Garza 1-1 on the year with a 2.95 earned run average. That one over to short. Quick over to second. First double play.
Double play.
A rare double play there in softball.
Ashley White, number
It's,
13.
you got to have a quick turnaround. And the Saints were able to get it there. Well, it's going to be 2 down now. Nobody on.
Let's go 1-3 now. Here we go, kid.
And that brings up Ashley White. That first pitch in there for a ball. 1-0 the count to White. White, the catcher,
Be tough now. Be tough.
makes that pitch down the middle for a strike. On the count, 1 ball, 1 strike now.
Same pitch now. Here
Garza
we go.
1-1. He's pitched in 7 games. 2.95 earned run average. That's the rounder. That's going to get past the diving Liz Rodriguez.
2 outs. Runner on
And a
first.
runner at first now
Let's go 2-3.
Alejandro Salazar now batting.
with 2 outs. Runner at first. Alejandro Salazar up to the plate.
1-3. Be fast.
364 hitter on the season with 2 RBIs and a 391 on base percentage. Looks at the first pitch there for a strike. 0-1 the count. There's Salazar.
Watch it up high. Watch it up high.
That's going to be inside there. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike on Salazar.
Here's your pitch now. Here we go.
And the 1-1, that's going to be sent
Hurry.
to
Hurry.
short. Diving there for it is Rodriguez, and everybody's going to be safe.
First and
So
second,
runners
2
at first and second now.
Go 8. Let's go 8.
Michelle Cooper
With 2 outs now.
now batting.
It's Michelle Cooper coming up to the plate.
Hey, be tough now. Be tough.
Or Rochelle Cooper is a junior out of Freeport, Bahamas. Cooper, a 471 hitter on the season with 526 earned run average, showing a bunt, and she's going to be low on that one. A ball, 1-0 to count to Cooper.
All right, here's your pitch now. Here we go.
And the 1-0.
Hurry.
Ground,
Go,
that's
go,
going to be
go.
up the middle,
Go.
and the runners will stay, and the bases are going to be loaded now with 2 outs.
2 outs.
Woo.
Bases are full.
Let's go, Savannah.
4th hit of the inning now for
Savannah
Jarvis.
Salazar now
That's all
batting.
you, kid. That's all you.
And Savannah Salazar coming up to the plate. Freshman out of San Antonio. A little meeting out at the mound. Jarvis 2-6 on the season, 0-5 in Red River Athletic Conference play. Saints, on the other hand, is 6-4 on the season. It's the first ever series between OLLU and Jarvis. Last season, the series between the two was canceled due to the weather. A lot of bad weather last spring, a lot of rain. Again, Saints are 6-4 on the year and coming off a sweep of Shriner last weekend, 6-3 and 10-3 back last Sunday.
Hey, be tough.
So the bases loaded here, nobody out for Salazar,
Be tough.
who's a 150 hitter with 2 RBIs on the season. That first pitch in there for a ball, 1-0 the count to Salazar.
Hey, here's
First
your
of
pitch,
4
kid. Now, here we
games
go. Rip
in the
it.
series. Doubleheader today and a doubleheader again tomorrow. Tomorrow an early start, 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. That pitch in there for a strike, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go, 2-0. Let's go, 2-0. Same pitch. Now, here we go. All you, kid.
And the 1-1. Right back to the circle. Over to first. Saints get out of it. Jarvis leaves them loaded. Gets no one across. And we will head now to the bottom of the first. Saints get their first at bat. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to the OLLU Softball Field. Bottom half of the first inning, scoreless here. As Amanda Sanchez will lead things off. And she'll be going up against Crystal Fanana, who's 2-2 on the season with a 4.67 earned run average in 27 innings pitched. Give up 42 hits, 26 runs, 18 earned. She's walked 7 and struck out 14. Here against Salazar's 208 batting average on the season with an RBI, and that first pitch in there for a ball, and the count 1-0. That pitch in there for a strike, and that'll even things up here. It's Amanda Sanchez, a sophomore from here in San Antonio, Southwest High School. And the 1-1 up high. And the count now 2-1. That pitch out of the zone, and the count now 3-1 to Amanda Sanchez.
Go, battle back now. Here we go.
And that one's going to be right there on the edge for a strike, and the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count.
Coming at you, 4.
That's going to be ripped towards right, and that's going to be drifting foul out of play. The count stays full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wind coming in straight out of center. On a nice, pleasant day here in San Antonio. That's going to be ball 4.
Runner on first.
And they will walk the leadoff batter. So runner at first now, nobody out. That'll bring up Liz Rodriguez to the plate, the junior from San Antonio Clark High School.
Liz Rodriguez.
And Fanana with the walk there. Now the first pitch up high out of the zone.
Come on, 10.
And the count 1-0 now on Liz Rodriguez.
Get it down, kid. Get it down.
And the 1-0. That's going to be low out of the zone. And the count now 2 balls, no strikes to Elrod. And the 2-0. That'll find its way in the zone. She looks at that one. Just 2 balls, 1 strike now. Rodriguez, a .290 hitter on the season with an RBI, .371 on base percentage. Looks for the bunt, puts it foul, and the count's going to be even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With a runner at first and nobody out. Taylor Dagey, the on-deck circle.
Good pitch, 10. Good pitch.
And has popped up in the air. Up and getting it there was White, and that's 1 away on the pop out. So 1 out, runner on first. Taylor Dagey coming up to the plate.
Dagey, first base, now batting.
Taylor's sophomore from San Antonio East Central. And not a big believer in the sophomore slump so far this season. Leads the team in home runs with 4. Also leads the team in RBIs at 16 and batting average at .688 on the season. First pitch to Dagey's a ball, 1-0 the count. Taylor Dagey hit it for the cycle in the doubleheader combined. That one's going to be ripped back towards left, and that's going to be out of here. A line drive shot. As all Cooper could do was just sit there and watch it as it went right over there, and that's her 5th home run of the season. RBI 17 and 18. And the Saints take the early 2-0 lead here over Jarvis Christian here at the OLLU Softball Field.
Next batter.
And that's going to bring up Amanda Guerra. Coming up to the plate here. Guerra, .276 hitter with 5 RBIs on the season. She's got a .300 on base percentage. Coming up to the plate, Saints with a 2-0 lead with 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning against Jarvis Christian. These two were supposed to play last year for the first time. Didn't get to because of a lot of rain last spring. That first pitch in there for a strike, and the count 0-1 now on Guerra. A lot of games rescheduled and canceled and changed because of the wet spring we had. That one right back up to Fanana and over the first. 2 away.
2 away.
And that is going to bring up Victoria Balderas.
Victoria Balderas now batting for your Saints.
So Victoria coming up to the plate. And that first pitch up and out of the zone for a ball. 1-0 the count on Victoria. Batting .520 on the season, homers, 7 RBIs, .538 on base percentage. She looks at that one, and it stays low, and the count 2-0 now. And that one's ripped, and that's going to go into left field. And a single. Is Cooper able to send it into the infield?
Runner on first.
So a runner on first now with 2 outs.
Let's go, 10.
And that is going to bring up Brooke Vasquez, the catcher.
Brooke Vasquez, number 5, the catcher now.
Brooke, a sophomore from Buda, Texas. To Hayes High School up there. Runner on first now.
How you doing, man? Good seeing you.
And that first pitch there for a ball, 1-0 the count.
Good pitch.
On Brooke.
Anybody can hit it up the middle now. Come on, Blue.
As Brooke batting .360 on the season with 1 homer, 7 RBIs, and that's going to be high up in the air as Douglas underneath it, and that'll do it. Saints get 2 across, leave 1 aboard. We'll head now to the top half of the second inning. Saints lead 2-0. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to the OLLU Softball Field. Game 1 of a doubleheader here in softball here today. We will only carry the first game as we have 8 live broadcasts coming up this weekend. We'll be heading over at the conclusion of this one over to Mabee Gymnasium for the number 1 team in the nation in women's basketball. Our Lady Lake University Saints hosting Wiley College. And on 5:30 start time, we'll give you the final updates on game 2 of this one. From there, and the men's also tonight, and then tomorrow we'll have both games of the doubleheader against Jarvis. As the first pitch here to Danielle Hodges. Hodges, a .250 hitter with 1 RBI on the season. And a 1-0 count to her. She swings at that one up and out of the zone, and the count will even at a ball and a strike. We got this one here, and then women and men's basketball tonight. Tomorrow, doubleheader starting at 11 for softball. Have both of those. And we'll have both the women and men's basketball final home games of the season tomorrow night. And then baseball on Sunday as they will be over at Missions Baseball Academy hosting Texas Wesleyan. The count 1-2 now.
1-2.
On Hodges. Catch all those games right here on our YouTube channel. Please be sure to subscribe and get updates to all Saints broadcasts and other content put on there by the Sports Information Department here at Our Lady of Lake University.
See it off the hip.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes now, and that's going to be got a piece of it there to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the second. Saints leading 2-0 after a 2-run bottom of the first from a 2-run shot by Taylor Dagey, her 5th home run of the season, and her 17th and 18th RBI of the season.
Off the hip.
So the 2-2 to Hodges. Swing and a miss on that one. And 1 away.
1 away.
And that is going to bring up Crystal Fanana, the pitcher.
Let's go, 10.
Crystal Fanana now batting.
Let's go, 10.
So 1 out here in the top of the second inning. That's in there for a strike, 0-1 the count on Fanana.
There you go.
Fanana, .364 hitter with 4 RBIs on the season. And that's up and out of the zone to even the count at a ball and a strike. Saints 6-4 all the season now after that sweep of Schreiner last Sunday. for a ball. 2-1 the count, hoping to get to a positive start in conference play here today. So the 2-1 to Fanana. Call strike 2. The count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That wasn't even close. That wasn't even close.
And the 2-2.
Take it.
The count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. The OLLU Softball Field here on the campus of Our Lady of the Lake University on the west side of San Antonio. The OLLU Saints and the Jarvis Christian Bulldogs. This Red River Athletic Conference matchup.
Good eye.
That's going to be ball 4. So base runner at first now with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Jalen Douglas, the center fielder. Garza giving up her first walk of the game. And the bunt is down. All right, over to Garza, who throws it over to first. Runner will advance to second.
Out of first, safe at second.
But 2 down now.
1 away. Top of the order, number 4, Cynthia Velasquez.
So 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Top of the order coming back up now for Jarvis. Cynthia Vasquez coming up to the plate. Vasquez 1 for 1, had an infield single back last inning. So a runner at second here.
Let's go 4.
And that one's going to be fouled off. Out of play in the count.
Come on, Minnie Mouse.
Now 0-1. To Velasquez. 267 hitter with 1 RBI and a 290 on base percentage. And the 0-1. Right over to second. As Guerra sends it over to first. And that'll do it. We will head now to the bottom half of the second inning. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network.
Batting first, Lauren Garza.
And welcome back.
15.
Lauren Garza to lead things off here for the Saints. Garza, 444 hitter with 4 RBIs on the season, coming up to the plate. Garza still up here against Fanana out on the field. And the first pitch Up high, out of the zone for a ball, 1-0 the count on Garza. Garza, sophomore from McAllen. The 1-0, up high now, 2-0 the count. And a swing and a miss on that one in the count now. 2 balls, 1 strike on Garza. Saints put up 2 in the bottom half of the second inning. That's our score right now, 2-0. Or top of the first inning, or bottom of the first inning that was. Here we are in the bottom of the second. And that's going to be up high to right. Underneath it to get it is Salazar. And 1 away.
Number 23.
And that'll bring up Alexis Macias, the DP.
Nobody on. Alexis Macias, the DP.
And the first pitch in there, called strike on Macias. 1-0 the count, or 0-1 the count. Macias, a 158 hitter with 5 RBIs this season. As we near the bottom of the order, it's Brittany Martinez in the 9th spot on deck. McAllen, no balls, 2 strikes now on Macias. That one right back up to the mound. Banana underhands it over the first.
2 away.
2 away. Brittany Martinez now up to the plate for the Saints.
Brittany Martinez, right fielder, number 20 batting.
Go, Brett.
First pitch for the junior. Called strike there. 0-1 the count to Martinez. Martinez, a 250 hitter with an RBI. She leads the team in stolen bases with 4 this season. And also triples with 1, tied with Taylor Dagey over the first. She beats it out. And an infield hit there for Brittany Martinez. And we have a base runner here in the bottom half of the second inning. That'll bring up the top of the order.
Amanda Sanchez.
And Amanda Sanchez will come up to the plate.
Number 1.
Amanda walked her first time up and scored a run. So runner at first, 2 outs here. That first pitch there, a strike, and the runner is going. She'll be safe. That'll be her 5th stolen base of the season.
Hey, it don't matter. It's 2 outs. Let's go.
With 2 outs here. A runner at second. And the pitch. Sanchez inside for a ball. That's going to be ripped into right. Rounding first on her way, Brittany Martinez play at the plate, and she's going to be safe. And around her way to second is Amanda Sanchez with a double and RBI.
On second, 3-0 Saints. Brittany Martinez scores.
As the Saints take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom half of the second inning. That'll bring up Liz Rodriguez.
Liz Rodriguez, the shortstop now batting.
All right, 0 for 1. She popped up to the catcher her last time up. That first pitch is going to be right in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Liz. Taylor Dagey on deck. And that's up high. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's going to be up in the zone. The count.
Go, 10.
2 balls and 1 strike now. Rodriguez a .281 hitter with 1 RBI this season. She's got a .361 on base percentage. That's up high out of the zone. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1. Up out of the zone, ball 4. And runners now at first and second and 2 outs, and that brings up Taylor Dagey. Taylor 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer back in the first inning. She picked up her 5th home run of the season, 17th and 18th RBI, both team leading. And meeting out at the circle there as head coach Steve Wallace out to talk to Fanana. So 2 outs here. The Saints have been a 2-out hitting team this year. At home, at least Coastal Bend scored a majority of their runs in that series, that 2-game series, with 2 outs.
Now batting for your
Team
Saints,
taking their time here.
Number 7, Taylor Dagey.
Waiting 4 pitches. Taylor hit for the cycle and the doubleheader combined. Last time out against Schreiner, she had a home run, a triple, a double. Or a couple of doubles and a couple of singles in the 2-game series with Schreiner. And that first pitch for a strike, 0-1 the count to Taylor. And the 0-1, she watches that one, and therefore strike in the count now, 0-2.
Use both sides of the plate now. Here we go. Both sides.
So no balls, 2 strikes here. Runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the second. And that's popped up right over the head of short. It's going to drop in. 1 run will score. And now runners are on the corner and 2 outs. And that will be the 19th RBI of the season for Taylor Dagey.
2 away. 4-0 Saints. And that
Saints
brings
with a
up
4-0
Amanda
lead
Guerra,
here.
Number 33.
And that brings up Amanda Guerra, a freshman, to the plate.
Go, cover 2.
They're
now. Here we
0
go.
for 1 today. That first pitch in there, 4 ball. Taylor Dagey will head over to second base.
Don't manage 2 outs.
So 1-0 the count. DeGuerra,
10.
267 hitter, 5 RBIs. She grounded out to the pitcher her last time up. That's in there for a strike, and the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike with runners at first and second and 2 outs. And the 1-1. It's going to be popped, and it will catch the fence out of play in the count of 1-2 now. Together.
Let's go, 10. Don't leave it over the plate. Anybody can hit it right down the middle.
And the 1-2, and that's popped up. And underneath it to pull that one down is Hodges. Saints will leave 2 aboard, but they get 2 across. They lead 4-0 as we will head now to the top half of the 3rd inning. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Top half of the third inning. Taylor Leslie to lead things off here for Jarvis. She's 0 for 1, grounded into a double play back in the first. She's batting .263 on the season with an RBI and a .391 on base percentage. And the pitch here for Garza, right down the pipes there for a strike. 0-1 the count on Leslie. 4-0 Saints with the lead here. Top half of the third inning.
Go, kid. Same pitch.
The conference opener for the Saints. Right over the third, nicely pulled down there by Guerra, and over the first.
1 away. Nobody on.
Let's go,
Ashley
1-3.
White, number 13.
And that'll be 1 away.
TYL.
So Amanda Guerra just reaches up and just takes that one out of the air. So Ashley White now up to the plate, 346 hitter with 3 RBIs. She singled to left her last time up.
Wait on it, wait on it.
So 1 out, nobody on here. Top half of the third inning. The OLLU Softball Field. The east side of campus. So 2 balls, no strikes to count here
Wait on it.
on White. And that one's going to be 3-0. So White showing some patience here.
Let's go, 1-3. Get your free base. Get your
And that's
free
going to be ball 4. She walked her on 4 pitches. Jarvis has had at least 1 base runner in every inning. Left the bases loaded
Runner on first.
in the first.
1 away.
Actually had 4 hits in that
23 now
first
batting.
inning. Was unable to get anybody across.
Alejandra Salazar.
As Amanda Salazar to the plate. She's 1 for 1. With a single back in the first inning. Runner at first, 1 out.
Number 14.
As we're going to have a runner here. Courtesy runner coming in now for Jarvis, as that's going to be Kayla Tippins, a freshman out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Or at first base now.
Kayla
She's
Tippins
running
at
for
first.
White. And Salazar, .391 hitter on the season, .417 on base percentage. She's got 2 RBIs. She's had an infield single back in the first after the diving stop from Elrod, but
You ready?
not able to get it around
Pitch out.
to get the out. And the pitch there, right on the outside edge for a strike. 0-1 the count. And Salazar.
Let's go. You ready now?
Snowballs 1 strike the count here. And the pitch. Eye in the ear. Underneath it.
Tag, tag, tag.
Able to get it. There is Vasquez. And that'll be 2 away.
2 away. Runner on first.
Runner at first.
Number 8 now batting. Michelle Cooper.
And that brings up Rochelle Cooper. Cooper 1 for 1
Let's go, 8.
today with a single. And that one's bent towards right. Back underneath it. Able to pull that one down is Martinez. And that'll be
And we go to the bottom of the third.
3 away.
4 and coming to bat.
We'll head to the bottom half of the third inning. Saints with a 4-0 lead. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back to the OLLU Softball Field. As Victoria Balderas will lead things off. She's 1 for 1, single to left back in the first, batting .538 on the season with a home run and 7 RBIs for the Saints. Going up here against Fanana. That pitch right over to short. She's going to bobble it and throws it away now over to second, and that's going to reach on a
runner on first, no outs.
So she'll reach on the infield hit. So she's 2 for 2 now today.
The catcher, number 5.
As Brooke Vasquez now coming up to the plate. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom half of the third inning. Showing the bunt, and she will get it down nicely over to first. I'll be out at first, but the runner advances to second now with 1 out.
The pitcher, number 13.
As Lauren Garza now coming to the plate. Garza 0 for 1 today. 1 out, runner at second. That first pitch there for a ball, 1-0 the count. Lauren Garza. Garza 400 hitter, 4 RBIs as she flied out to right field back in the second inning. And that one is going to be called strike. Looks a little outside, but it's going to be a strike, and the count leaving 1 ball, 1 strike here. So the 1-1 from Fanana. That's going to be fouled off out of play to the right side, and the count now 1-2 on Garza. And the 1-2 up high, and the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's popped up, and that's going to be brought down.
2 away, runner on second.
There by Leslie, and that's going to be 2 down. The runner at second now with 2 outs. Alexis Macias now coming to the plate. Macias 0 for 1. As she grounded out to the pitcher back in the second inning. 150 hitter, 5 RBIs on the season. That first pitch is going to be up and out of the zone for a ball. 1-0 the count to Macias.
Come on.
So 1 ball, no strike, and now that one is there for 2-0 now the count.
Hit.
So the 2-0 count here to Macias. And she'll watch that one up in the zone, and the count 3-0. Brittany Martinez on deck for the Saints. 2 outs to Rudder at second. 3-0 count to Macias. Out of the zone, ball 4. So runners at first and second, 2 outs.
Runners on first and second, 2 away.
It's Brittany Martinez,
That
the
brings
9
up
spot coming up to the
Brittany
plate here.
Martinez.
Martinez 1 for 1 with an infield single and scored a run. Last time out, going to be a runner coming in now for the Saints. As Lauren Guetta, sophomore from El
Now
Paso,
running at
check it
first,
in.
Lauren Guetta.
So run
Brittany
for Macias.
Martinez, right fielder, number
Runners
20.
first and second,
Now
2 outs. The bottom half of the third inning. Saints with a 4-0 lead here against Jarvis Christian in the Red River Athletic Conference opener. And that first pitch there for a ball. 1-0 the count now on Brittany Martinez. The 5th consecutive pitch out of the zone for Fanana. Looks for that one right over the second, and there'll be a tag out in second, and that'll do it. We will head now to the top half of the fourth inning. Saints lead 4-0. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network.
We go to the top.
So Amanda Salazar to lead things off here for Jarvis Christian. Here in the top half of the fourth inning. Salazar grounded the pitcher back in the first, 0 for 1. That first pitch in there for a ball, 1-0 the count. And that's lined foul. The count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go, 2-0. You're all right. Be tough. Be tough.
This would be a sharp liner over the second, getter with it. 1 away.
1 away. Daniel
Goes
Hodges.
Salazar with a hard shot right over the second. Again, able to get it over the first. So 1 away. That's going to bring up Danielle Hodges, who's 0 for 1. Struck out her last time up. That pitch right back to the mound. 2 down.
2 away.
So 2 outs here at the top of the fourth.
Crystal Fanana now batting.
Come on, 10.
That's Crystal Fanana coming to the plate. She walked her last time to the plate. She's a .364 hitter with 4 RBIs and .417 on base percentage. And that pitch is popped up in the air. Get over toward, actually it's going to be, no. Brooke Vasquez not able to bring that one down.
Go, 10.
The count 0-1 now on Fanana. As it looked like it could have been. I don't know if she was worried about the fence or about to get her coming over from third. And it drops. The count 0-1 here. And that pitch is up and away out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that kind of hurts because that would have been a quick, easy inning, which the Saints have not had a lot of this year. So pitchers have thrown a lot of pitches this season. And that's going to be inside. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike on Fanana.
Take a pitch. Take a pitch.
And that's up high. There's Rodriguez underneath it. Actually called off there at the last minute by Valdetis, and that'll do it.
The fourth we go.
We'll head bottom half of the fourth inning.
Saints up 4-0
Saints with a
and coming
4-0
back.
lead. Take a break. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Bottom half of the fourth inning. Well, that's going to be right to the mound and a quick out there. There from Sanchez. And so one away. Here in the bottom half of the fourth inning.
1 out.
That'll bring up
Brings
Liz Rodriguez.
Liz Rodriguez, the shortstop.
Rodriguez 0 for 1. Popped up in the first and walked her last time. 281 hitter on the season. That first pitch there for a ball, 1-0 the count to Elrod. Taylor Dagey on deck. And she'll watch that one for a ball on the count 2-0 on Elrod. So 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, that's going to be up in the zone. And the count now 3-0. 1 out, 3 balls, no strikes here. The count here. Taylor Dagey on deck here. And a 3-0. That's going to be in there for a strike, and the count now 3-1 on Liz Rodriguez. And ball 4. So that was way up in the zone. So a runner at first now with 1 out, and that brings up Taylor Dagey. Taylor 2 for 2 with a home run, a single, 3 RBIs so far today.
Taylor Dagey, number 7 now batting.
And that's going to be up in the zone for a ball, 1-0 the count to Taylor. Taylor batting .706 on the season, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. She's got a .730 on-base percentage. And that's up in the zone. And the count 2-0. That's going to be low, 3-0 the count, as it looks like they're trying to pitch around Taylor Dagey.
Go, Jan.
3 balls, no strikes. 1 out and a runner at first. So Taylor will be taking here. Allen runner going to second, ball 4.
First and second, 1 away.
So runners at first and second, 1 out. And that's going to bring up Amanda Guerra, who's 0 for 2 today. So Taylor walking for the 4th time this season.
Let them hear you, Saints fans.
She picked up her 23rd hit of the year, and she scored her 13th run. That's fouled back out of play 0-1. She's got a slugging percentage of 1.313. Off the chart there. Pitch there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Nongeta is batting .258 on the season, 5 RBI. She's over 2, grounded the pitcher in first, popped the short in second, puts the bunt down, gets down the tag there, but the runners will advance to second and third with 2 away.
Second and third, 2 away.
As Victoria Balderas coming up to the plate now.
Left fielder number 10, Victoria Balderas.
Victoria 2 for 2 this afternoon. Stepping up to the plate here.
Go defense, make a play.
2 outs and runners at second and third, and that pitch is going to be up and in. And the count 1-0 on Victoria.
Come on, 10.
Well, that is 556 hitter with 1 homer, 7 RBIs, and 571 on base percentage. Looking at the pitch here, she sends that one. It's up high. Cooper running over to it in left field, and it's going to drop as Cooper is down. And 2 runs will score and time called as Cooper's down in left field. As the trainer will head out there, and we will take a break here. Saints score run, they lead now 6-0, and we will take a break. And you're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network.
now batting.
And welcome back. Brooke Vasquez to lead things off. And good news for Jarvis out there at left field, as Rochelle Cooper up and at it. And she's staying in the game here. So Brooke Vasquez, 346 hitter on the season. She flied to center back in the first, sacrificed back in the third. Saints with a 6-0 lead here. Runner at second. 1 ball, no strikes to count here to Brooke. And that pitch, strike, as the umpire called that a strike before it hit the glove. So the 1-1 out of the zone, and the count now 2-1.
Count is 2-1.
Well, there's at second. Well, there's now 3 for 3 on the day. And that's going to looks, and that's going to drop into left field. The throw over to home. Baldenas is going to be safe at the plate. And she comes up kind of gimpy there on the left there. And so it'll be a single. The runner advances on the throw and be a run scorer. And it's now 7-0 in favor of the Saints here in the bottom half of the 4th inning with 2 outs. There'll be a change here from Coach Kling, it looks like, as coming into the game now is Kimberly Chavez, a sophomore from Mission, Texas, is now up to the plate. And she will be pitching she'll be batting for Lauren Garza.
Number 9, Kim Chavez.
That's Kim Chavez coming up. So runner at second, 2 outs. Kim Chavez, her batting .200 on the season. She's 1 of 5. First pitch gets away, runner over to third now with 2 outs on the pass ball there from the catcher. So 1-0 the count to Chavez. Chavez batting .200. She's got 2 RBIs. That's going to go into the gap. Cooper quickly over to pick it up, though. 3rd RBI now for Chavez.
First, it's 8-0 Saints.
And the Saints with an 8-0 lead with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Number 23 now batting.
Alexis Macias coming up to the plate here. With 2 outs here. And Brittany Martinez on deck. And that pitch to be strike. So 1-1 the count there. That's going to be up in the zone, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike now to Macias. Grounded to the pitcher back in the second, walked in the third, 150 on the season with 5 RBIs, and that's going to be sent high over towards right, and it's going to drop foul. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike on Macias.
Keep it there.
And the 1-2 high up in the air. And White able to pull it down. That's 3 away. We will now head to the top half of the 5th inning. Saints hope to close down this first game. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network.
Douglas batting first.
And welcome to the top
Jarvis
half of the
Christian.
5th inning. Saints trying to close out this one here in 5 innings. As Douglas to the plate, grounded the pitcher first time up. She's a .235 hitter, and that's going to find a way into left field. So a leadoff single for Douglas to start the top half of the 5th inning.
Top of the order, number 4, Cynthia Velasquez. Runner on
Saints
first.
put up 4
number
runs in the bottom half of the 4th, and that's where we're at 8-0 now. After 2 in the first and 2 in the second. Top of the order now up. Cynthia Velasquez to the plate. First pitch there for a strike, 0-1 the count to Velasquez.
Go 4.
So the 0-1 fouled back, and the count now 0-2 on Velasquez. Velasquez singled in the 3rd and grounded to 2nd back in the 2nd inning. No balls, 2 strikes to count here. The runner at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. That pitch is out of the zone there for a ball, and the count 1-2 now on Velasquez. 258 hitter with an RBI, and a 281 on base percentage. And the 1-2. Sends that one over to 2nd to get a to short. Oh!
Go, go, go!
And going to be an error there. I don't know on the throw or the catch or what there, and that's just all kinds of messed up. Might have been better off just going to first. As nobody out now, and runners at first and 2nd.
Taylor Leslie now batting.
Come on, 2. Let's go, 2.
Saints can end it. And again, another opportunity missed there by the Saints there for defense, and then on the foul there. Get a slowed up as Coach Steve Wallace out there. Kind of just tucked down there, and that's right over to 3rd. She steps on the bag, throws to 1st. Gonna be in, will not be in time at 1st. Runners won't advance, 1 out now.
1st and 2nd, 1 away.
Let's go, 1-3.
Here in the top of the 5th.
Now batting.
1 away.
Get there. Wait on it.
Ashley White to the plate. That first pitch, a ball. And 1-0 the count to White.
Hey, if you like it,
White singled back in the 1st. She walked in the 3rd. She's a .346 hitter. with 3 RBIs, 370 on base percentage. And she's ahead of the count now, 2 balls and no strikes.
Way ahead, way ahead.
Runners at first and second, 1 out here, top of the 5th. That's in there for a strike, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike here to White. Saints with an 8-0 lead here in the conference opener for the Saints.
Watch the release.
And the 2-1. That's going to be sent towards center. Able to pull it down.
2 away.
The runner
First
back
and
to second, not able to get the force out, so 2 outs now.
Alejandra Salazar now batting.
And runners still at first and second. And that'll bring up Alejandra Salazar. An infield single back in the first, popped foul out to the catcher back in the 3rd inning. 375 hitter, 2 RBIs, and a 400 on base percentage for Salazar. And that pitch is ripped foul down the third base side. The count 0-1 to Salazar.
Let's go 2-3. Go 4, be fast.
Salazar, a freshman from Houston. Looks at the 0-1. There for a ball. The count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the second game
2-3, here we go.
after this. On campus, going to come out, watch it. We won't be broadcasting the second game as we'll have to tear down, head over to gym for basketball. And that's going to be sent towards the gap, and that's going to drop. It's going to score a run, at least 1 run. And now routing on her way from third as Leslie will score, and that's going to be 2 runs in there. So the Saints will have to go into bat here at the bottom of the 5th. As it's now 8-2, the score.
Let's go 8.
Runner at second, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Cooper to the plate.
Go 8.
As Cooper singled in the first, fly to right back in the 3rd inning. She's a 474 hitter
Now batting.
and a 524 on base percentage. That pitch is going to be fouled back. 0-1 the count. Cooper.
Get there. You want to go get the ball or not?
So the 0-1 up in the zone, and the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike here.
Come on, 8. Come on, 8. Let it get there.
2 outs, runner at second here. That pitch is going to be inside. The count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Let's go 8. Let it get there.
Here on Cooper. Michelle Cooper, junior from Freeport, Bahama. That pitch out of the zone, and the count now 3 balls and 1 strike.
Way ahead.
Savannah Salazar on deck.
Let it get there. Your hands are fast enough.
And the 3-1 to Cooper. Sends that one up the middle, and that's going to go through. And that's going to, nope, they're going to hold the runner at third. Runner at second is going to be out.
She's safe.
And that'll do it. We will head now to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Saints with a 6-run lead. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network.
We go to the bottom of the 5th.
And welcome back, bottom half of the fifth inning. Saints with an 8-2 lead here over Jarvis Christian College. As Brittany Martinez will lead things off for the Saints. She singled in second, hit into a fielder's choice in the third. She's a .273 hitter with an RBI this season. Looks to bunt, fouled back, 0-1 to count to Brittany. Snowball's one strike now to Brittany Martinez. Junior from El Paso, also a member of the volleyball team that won conference championship this last fall. That's going to be 0-2 the count now on Martinez.
Count is 0-2.
As the top of the order is up next with Amanda Sanchez. And that's going to be fouled back out of play as Brittany stays alive, 0-2 the count. And the 0-2. Foul back.
Go, 10.
And that's going to be drop for a single, so she'll be her second single of the game for Brittany Martinez.
Nobody out.
And a runner at first now, nobody out. And that brings up the top of the order. And Amanda Sanchez.
Sanchez now batting.
Sanchez walked in the first, singled in the second, and grounded to the pitcher back in the fourth inning. She's batting .231 with 2 RBIs. A .310 on base percentage. Martinez over at first. She has a steal already today. That one in there for a ball. 1-0 the count. There to Sanchez. That's the bunt up, and that's going to be strike there. 1-1 the count now. Sanchez. Liz Rodriguez on deck. Runner now at second, and no outs.
Go, 10.
So 2 balls, 1 strike the count here. Amanda Sanchez. Sends that one over to second. Martinez has bobbled there. Martinez will advance to third.
1 away.
So runner at third now with 1 out. That'll bring up Elrod to the plate.
Number 2,
Liz Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
As Liz popped up to the catcher in the first, and she's walked in the second and the fourth. That pitch is going to find its way into left field. That's going to score a run. And the Saints take a 9-2 lead here.
1 run scores. 9-2 Saints.
So the winning run is now at first base. As Taylor Daggy coming up to the plate now. With the winning run at first base.
Now batting.
As Taylor 2 for 2. She's got a single. She's walked. She's got a home run and 3 RBIs here today with the sophomore. Batting .706 and a .737 on base percentage. That pitch chopped foul down the third base side. He'll count 0-1 now on Daggy. No balls, 1 strike here. And the pitch, it's going to find its way off to it could be a tough play, and she's going to hold up on it, and runners will advance to first and second now with 1 out. And that will bring up Amanda Guerra. 0 for 2.
Amanda Guerra, number 33 now batting.
So runners now at first and second and 1 out. First pitch there, a ball. What do you know the count? Got her grounded to the pitcher in the first, popped to short, and second had a sacrifice bunt in the fourth. That's popped up over towards it, looking able to pull it down there.
There it is. Yeah.
And a force out on bad base running. As Liz Rodriguez caught off base. We will head to the top of the 6th. Saints with a 9-2 lead. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network.
Jarvis Christian coming to bat.
Go 2-1. Wait on it. It's slow. You ready now? Here we go.
One away. Danielle Hodges now batting.
Go 3s. There you go.
One out, runner on first. Crystal Banana, number 10.
So 1 out, runner on first. As Crystal Fanana to the plate here. And she will send that one, and it's going to drop foul. And the count 0-1 now on Fanana.
Go 3s.
Fanana walked in the second, fly to the left in the fourth. Batting .333 with 4 RBIs. That's going to be sent, and that will go right to left. And that's brought down by Balderas, and that's going to be 2 down. Runner at first.
Go 3.
That's going to bring up Jalen Douglas, center fielder. Douglas grounded the pitcher in the second, grounded the left in the fifth, and she will go opposite field with that foul down the third base side. And 0-1 the count now on Douglas. He's a .278 hitter, 2 RBIs. Sophomore from McKinney, Texas. Puts the bunt down, right back to the mound. That'll do it. 3 away. We'll head down to the bottom of the 5th inning. Saints with a 9-2 lead. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Victoria Balderas to lead things off here. Saints with a 9-2 lead here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Victoria singled to left back in the first. She singled in the third and double in the 4th. She's 3 for 3, and she's now 4 for 4.
Runner on first.
As she leads off here the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Saints with a single. So a runner aboard and nobody out. And that'll bring up Brooke Vasquez, who's 1 for 2. She's driven in a run and scored a run today.
Desiree Garcia.
And Desiree Garcia will be running at first for the Saints.
And batting number 5, Brooke Vasquez.
So Brooke flied to center back in the first. Sacrifice bunt in the third. Singled and drove a run in back in the 4th inning. Puts the bunt down. Advances a runner. Throw over to first. Not able to get the throw over to first. And so the runner will advance. And the runner is safe at first. So 2 on now and nobody out. And that will bring up Lauren Garza.
Lauren Garza.
So Lauren back up to the plate to hit here. Sophomore from McAllen. And she'll put the bunt down. And that will be out at first. The runners advance to second and third, so the winning run at third base now for the Saints.
Alexis Macias.
And Alexis Macias now coming up to the plate for the Saints with 1 out.
Here come another bunt. Good pitch. Come on, Blue.
So that first pitch of ball. That's up high.
Let's go,
2
Tim.
know the count.
Two and one the count.
Let's go, Tim.
Well, that one's going to be sent to right. Deep enough to run her tagging on her way home, and that'll do it. Final score, Saints win it 10-2 here. And that'll be 8 runs here, the 8-run rule, and that'll do it.
Be the ball game.
Saints go now to 7-4 on the season.
Your OLLU Saints 10.
And Jarvis Christian dropping that one, as Jarvis will drop to 2 and 7, 0-6 in conference. Saints will go to 1-0 in conference play. Second game of the doubleheader will be starting up here soon. We won't be covering that one, though, as we're heading over to the gym. Number 1 ranked women's team in the nation, NAIA basketball, taking on Wiley College tonight. 5:30 start time. Make sure you tune in for that one. Also, the men at 7:30. Tomorrow, a full slate. 4 games tomorrow. A doubleheader softball here and basketball as well. And then we'll have another broadcast on Sunday for baseball. So a busy weekend here for the OLLU Saints Network. It's make sure you subscribe to the page for all alerts and everything. And we will keep you updated also on here. You can get the live stats. Also, just go to the athletic website, OLLUSaintsathletics.com. Click on the stat symbol on the schedule, and Luis will keep you up with live stats here in softball. And make sure you watch basketball tonight. So for everybody out here at the OLLU Softball Field, Saints get the victory 10-2. And we will see you here in a bit for basketball. So long, everybody.